Good evening, everyone. I am so happy to bring you to TByrd Live, this week's edition. We are so excited about our newest guest. And I have to tell people that people that know me and have been watching the show for years, I just wanted to pretty much reiterate that anything's possible. I've been doing live interviews since about 2000, I want to say 9 or 10. I did live local television in New Jersey for about 8 to 9 years. And when Xfinity Comcast came in and swooped up all the live television programming, they kind of cut out the little guys like us. And then we went to radio for another 8 or 9 years where we did, and imagine that, trying to do technology over the radio. But it worked and we were able to do it. And so I've always been in love with interviewing people and providing good information over the TV or radio waves. And because of that experience, I think that it's one of the most valuable ways to get information out to the public about your product or your service. And what's more important is when you interview small businesses, medium businesses, or large businesses, it not only helps the brand of our show, but it also helps the brand of the business, the guest speaker and the business owner who comes on our show and just, does that community service portion of their business to enlighten other people on how, and this show become a role model to show others that this can be done if you put your mind to it. And so today's guest is Miss Tashonda Bryant, Naturalessence. And I did have the pleasure of meeting her lovely daughter and husband, who are her greatest supporters. And I have to tell you, when you're in business and your family supports you, it's a great thing. My son, I used to drag him into the studio to do those live shows. And that's why I brought that up, because it reminded me when talking to your daughter, Tashonda, how when my son, he was 12 or 13 years old and he had a little segment on our show. And I found out as an adult, he would get teased about it in school, and I never knew that. And he never told us. He didn't want us to feel bad about it. But he was so glad that he did that segment because it, gave him good speaking capabilities when he got to college, and of course now in his adult career. But when I spoke to your daughter and I kind of told her all that different advice, I kind of think that when you do that as an outsider, you reinforce what the parents are telling them. It kind of re-emphasizes that, to a young person, it must be true. So that kind of took me back. And I just appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk to you and your family and get to interview you and talk about your business. So I'm going to give you the floor to introduce yourself and tell me who you are, what you do, and why you got started doing it.
Okay. My name is Tashonda Bryant, CEO of Naturalessence2021, which is a homemade organic soap business. How I got started, I would say it actually got started when I was not the soap making, but the love of mixing things together to make something. So it all started with my family is big on cooking, restaurateurs. So I was at the age of 5 mixing cake batter and mixing or getting my hands in pie crust. And so I just grew into that love of making something into something, nothing into something.
That creativity. So right. You were creative. You always wanted to take it to the next level, so that not only would you be able to come up with something good but unique.
Yeah, exactly. And then it just enhanced with the soap making, and I fell in love with it instantly, because I can be in my own zone. Like that commercial, "How Gonna Take Me Away." I am in my own world when it comes to soap making, and it feels great. It feels so good to for more than one reason. I'm actually making something that's helping people.
Helping people, yeah.
I'm also doing something that I love to do. So that it just works hand in hand.
And tell me, you said when we did our pre-show that you know someone in your family had some skin irritation
Mhm.
issues, and you kept trying different products, and nothing seemed to be the great. You know, it wasn't as natural as you wanted it to be. You didn't want that chemical stuff and all that, and that prompted you to actually think about doing your own thing, which is wonderful. Tell
Mhm.
us a little bit about that experience.
Okay. Well, it was with my son, and at first I thought it was the puberty, because when you hit puberty, you have the acne, and it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
It never went away, and then it wasn't as far as acne. It was just dark spots, blotches on his face, and I'm like, okay. So I changed detergents. Um, you name it, I've done it. Changed soaps and uh, the whole nine yards. A dermatologist, and nothing worked. If anything, a dermatologist, it burned his skin. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, something has to. What's going on? So I worked with a coworker who was a nurse, and she got into soap making. And so once I told her the issue, she actually had a soap that would actually help him, and it worked. So I started buying this soap from her, and she finally said, "You can do this." I was like, "No, that's okay. I'll just keep buying from you. It's working. Why
Mm-hmm.
fix what's not broke?" And so she believed in me when I had it out. So I said, okay, I can do this. So after research, of course, so after a lot of research and a lot of trial and error, I actually made it, and it worked. So
Wow.
that's how it started. And
How did you feel when you knew that you created something that helped your son in a way that not only increased his self-confidence, because we all know what acne does to you, especially when you're young and the kids tease you and bully you and this, that, and the other. And we're so even when we're young and older, you're aware of your appearance. How did that make you feel when you realized that you had actually come up with a solution for your child? And how did your child feel when all of a sudden he saw it working?
with me, I was more in disbelief. Uh, one, that I actually did it. And secondly, no matter how old your child is, when you see them, it was a new type of self esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Like the shoulders back, the head up,
Mm-hmm.
straight ahead. You're a young man now, and that just does something to a mother, and to know that you had part of that.
Especially with your son. Not that you don't love your daughters as much, but that mother-son relationship. And I know your husband and your daughter are listening, but they got a special thing going on with fathers and daughters too. So it's equal. Um, but yeah, I could definitely imagine how proud he was of you for actually, because my son went through acne,
Mm,
and it was, he learned a lot about nutrient, what you eat and how it, affects,
right.
your skin and all of that. And I had no solution, and I used to feel bad for him because I didn't have acne when I was growing up.
Yeah, my daughter
Neither
did.
did my husband.
It was just him. My daughter, no problem.
Hmm.
But he just the whole yeah, he had it rough. He had it really bad. So he had the acne along with the marks from the cream that he got from the dermatologist. It burned his skin.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
The dark marks along with the acne, and it the my very first soap. It was the activated charcoal, and that's what it was.
Wow.
That's what.
Now, did he look at it as a business or just a solution for him? Was he wanting to share with his friends, or how did that work?
No, honestly, it wasn't even a business. It making soap was far. It was not even a thought. I just wanted just to. I just replicated the same soap that my coworker made, which helped my son. So that was honestly really the only soap that I made, and I didn't think anything of it at all. Soap making as a profession was not on my agenda.
Wow. And so when did it get on your agenda?
My husband.
Okay. Tell us that story.
My husband. He's big into sea moss. He's very big into sea moss. So um, he would intake the sea moss gel. So then he got to thinking, well, what if you make a sea moss soap? So I kind of looked at him side eyed, and I'm like, No, that's okay." And that went on for a good little while. So finally, he was like, just try it and see." Okay, so I did it. I tried it. Lo and behold, there you go. So now I'm selling sea moss. Purple sea moss was my second soap, and it just grew from there. So after I did get a little, I guess, within myself, like kind of like, okay, I can do this.
I can do this. Yeah. This is
so
good. This
so
is
then
gonna work.
I started doing more research. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see what happens for dry or irritated skin. Okay, well, what about eczema? Research. Okay. What about
Mhm.
dry flakiness? Okay. So I just started just digging. I was just picking what are the most common skin irritations that people have. And I come to find out eczema is one of the biggest one. Psoriasis is one of the biggest one. So after I got out of that, I'm like, okay, what about aromatherapy? Hmm, okay. So let's go into aromatherapy soups. Because a lot of some of the elders, they have arthritis. So research. Okay, well, what helps with arthritis? Well, what helps with this? Calendula is a plant from Egypt that actually, in the Western days, it goes as far as back as slavery days in Egypt. That they would soak it in what we call now a cheesecloth, but they would soak it and they would use it for toothache. They would you put it, in the mouth like you would tobacco.
Mhm.
It was a healing remedy. So I have a calendula soap that helps with pains. I have a eucalyptus soap that's kind of muscle relaxer. So I just took it and just ran with it.
Sounds like it. And you know what's really interesting is that no matter what new idea you come up with, it's going to help somebody.
Exactly.
And that's unique because I'm in the training business. You can have with so many Microsoft Office and Google Workspace, and you could just have so many but it really teaches people to get jobs. But you are actually in the business of helping people get better with anything.
With
And
all,
so any idea that you come up with is going to benefit someone. And that's got to be a great, great feeling.
and it's
And on top of that, it's a family business. You got your husband and your daughter and your son involved. And oh man, just teaching them and seeing you multiply your business like it has multiplied is,
it's
I
a
mean, it's just an ingredient for them to be as successful as they want to, because they've seen it in action. And children learn from what they see their parents do, whether it's good or bad. And for what you're doing, it's great. So that's amazing.
thing.
I really, and my mom, she follows all my shows, and I can hear her saying to me right now. I'm not on the phone with her, but I can hear her saying, "Fine about that arthritis, because I need it." She always complains about arthritis. So we're gonna definitely after the show get your information so we can order her some arthritis because she has problems with her hands and her legs sometimes.
Okay, definitely.
Arthritis. Now, let me ask you something. You know, it is a family business. What role does, I mean, I know your husband inspired you to go outside your boundaries. What role does your daughter have? What is she packaging or?
My daughter, well, actually, my son, they help me with the different soaps. Like for instance, my husband, he helps me with the scents, because another thing with my soaps, they have their own unique scent. The soaps that are scented, they're all created. So you cannot go to the store and find that fragrance because they're created in my
By
home.
you.
Yes. So that's where they come in at, because they'll let me know. And the reason why it's so important, because they'll let me know, no, that does not work. No, that does not work. Okay, that works. And that's very important, that you have that honesty. You have those people that will let you know if something doesn't work.
So they're your testing team.
Right.
Your testers. Okay, great. That's a great role to have. That's a great role to have.
And my guinea pigs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Now, we talked in our pre-show meeting. I observed all the inside knowledge that you have, and it just kind of flows out of you in terms of, you know, what this ingredient does versus that, and matching up the scents and which ones don't deserve a scent because they're going to work more naturally. And then you talked about the ingredients. That was the scientific part of you. And I said to you, I see a book in the future. And I do, because even on this live show, you talked about a lot of different ingredients and what they do. So we did talk that there is one person, Dr.
Sabi.
Yeah, who actually has a book written. But, you know, I believe that because you're tying it to the actual product, that yours would be unique in that you're twofold. You got the background and the knowledge of it that you're delivering in the book, and then they could actually, you know, if it's a digital book, they could click right into on that link, and then they can go right and order the soap that they just read about. So I definitely see that in your future. But my question, I believe, is where do you see your business in the next 5 years, or maybe next year? Where do you see you're going?
I see my business going around the world.
Mm-hmm.
I have very big dreams, because I did not create Natural Essence 2021 for just one particular skin type.
Great.
I created to help people of all types of skin irritations.
Mm-hmm. And they're different depending on your nationality, correct?
No matter what age, no matter what skin pigmentation, it's to help people. That's it.
Mm-hmm. It's a great feeling when you have a business where you're helping people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always prided myself in my company because I always felt like my whole career I've helped people. Not to the degree that you are, but to the degree of changing their lives in terms of getting skills that they need in order to get employment, which helps the entire family. And the same thing with you with the soap. You know, it could change the, you know, if you got a parent that's suffering with, you know, some kind of skin irritation and they're not always in the best spirit, now they're, you know, getting better results with your soap. The whole family's happy.
Yes.
So, you know, indirectly or directly, you know, it's always great to have a product or a service that you is your brand, that is more than just, you know, something that makes you money. It also makes you feel good inside. It makes you feel like you're following your purpose for being here. So I commend you on that. And I think that, you know, it's just a great thing. And I think that your whole plan of, for whatever dreams you have, they're going to come to fruition because you got that calmness about you, and you're not like, you don't seem like you're, you know, just running after a dollar. You're running after the goodness of the dollar. Yes. Which means that, you know, that $1 is going to turn into 10,000 people opposed to $10,000. So I definitely appreciate that. So let's take a look at some of your products.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do our little demo.
Okay.
And then we got to get to that video because this video was cute.
And all of our ingredients are organic. Every ingredient. Okay, so this right here is the packet. I'm gonna take it out the box. So this is my turmeric,
Packaging.
ginger, and carrot soap. So right here you see the Natural Essence 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the back, it has the website that you see going across the screen. So
Yes.
this is my ginger, carrot, and turmeric soap.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
This looks like like you could slice it up and put it on some crackers. It looks good.
So
Yeah.
quarter and an inch thick. They all weigh 5 ounces. So the ginger, this soap, the ginger, turmeric, and carrot soap is good for dark spots because it has carrot, real carrot. I take the carrot.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You said all your products are real ingredients.
Whatever my soap is what's in it, not just oil. So if it's carrot, I take a carrot and I grind it up and make a carrot puree. I take the actual ginger and I grate it. And the turmeric, it's organic turmeric. So this soap helps with dark spots and itchy.
And what does that retail for?
This retails for $6 because it's an inch and a half thick and it's 5 ounces. And with this, all of my soaps are made with organic coconut oil base. And coconut oil is a natural moisturizer. So you're getting a natural moisturizer along with the benefits within the soaps.
That is a great price, $6. That could last you a year.
It could.
Yeah.
And you can use these in your hair. You can actually wash your hair with this. So
yeah, we're gonna get to that commercial.
There you go. So that's now this is my purple sea moss. I just made it so colorful, make it a little more attractive. So this is my purple sea moss. Of course, you know the purple sea moss has 92 of the minerals that, you know, of the 105 that is required. Purple sea moss has 92. So with this is that, so if you don't want to take it internally, you can put it in your body when you wash it, and it's still going to absorb in your skin.
Let me say this, Tashonda, because you did talk to me in the pre-show meeting that you are ordering new packaging. And I am an idea person. I always have. And I kind of like, sometimes I'll give people advice and sometimes they don't want it. But I say it anyway, because you never know. I think your packaging should be clear.
Clear?
I will buy that product because I saw it. Hold it back up. Hold the two of them back up.
Outside the box or?
Outside the box. I would buy them because I saw them.
Okay.
I would not imagine it looking that great inside of a colored box.
Okay. Thank you.
They look like cupcakes. And you know, people buy with their eyes.
That is true.
I don't want to open the box up and then be excited. I want to see it.
See it.
And then get excited and buy it. Excitement comes when I see it and the purchase follows immediately. So I'm just giving you a little bit. Look at that. I think your packaging should be clear.
Clear. Okay.
And some kind of little, you know how when you wrap a gift and you put like the little skinny bow, not bow, what is it called? The string kind of thing where you make a little bow.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
what you're saying. Okay.
You know when you put your finger there and they tie a little bow there, you know, when they make a gift. I really think that your product not only is going to sell because of what it is, but I think that visual is going to make it sell even faster. Because people are going to look at that and say, look how good that soap bar looks. I know it's going to work on my face.
Thank you.
Just a little bit of ice.
No, I am going to take it, Miss Trina. I am. This was the beginning of Natural Essence 2021. This was the beginning.
But they sell all on their own. Oh,
that's the
doesn't need to be in that brown box, Tashonda. Not at all. That does not need to be. People might not even know it's soap. They might think it's anything. You don't know what they're going to think when they see it.
This.
Wow.
Avocado. My avocado.
Wow. That is amazing. You cannot put them in a box.
No box. No more box. Okay.
You cannot put them in a box. Well, you can, but a clear box.
A clear box.
People gotta see it.
And this is my white shea butter.
Look at that.
I don't know if you can see the mold.
I can see it. Yeah, you can see like the molds. You gotta do. I'm telling you, people buy with their eyes. Everybody does. Those things look edible.
Oh, thank you.
They
do. So a clear boxing. That's
clear. Clear. Did you order the boxes yet?
I did not. And the reason why I did not do that is because I was actually waiting for this.
Out the other ones.
So because I know you told me to get the clear labels.
Yes,
that's what I actually am doing now. But now you hit me with another one, clear boxing. So I have,
because when we did the pre-show, I didn't actually, or maybe I wasn't, because I was writing notes as I was talking to you, so I probably didn't look up, and I didn't see them. But now that I see them, they have got to be in a clear. They got to be sold based on how they look, opposed to as equal to what they do for you.
Okay.
I think that is going to make you worldwide.
Oh wow. Okay.
I really do.
Clear boxing.
I really do. Clear packaging.
Okay.
Total 100% clear packaging.
Consider that done. Okay.
Because that will, I can almost guarantee you. I already know people buy with their eyes. You know that too.
Yes.
Ever walk up to a restaurant and they show you the dishes? You go up to the counter and they show you all the samples. What do people do? They see that food item and then they buy it because they saw it.
That is true. I'm guilty.
Yep. And menus. That's why they put the pictures on the menu. Because people will look at the picture and don't care what the price is because they already been sold by what they saw.
Exactly.
So that's what that. Oh man, you got to let me know how that turns out because I do believe my gut feeling, and I've been in business over 32 years, and that's just all my gut right now is telling me that's exactly where you need to go with that packaging.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thank you. I would consider that done.
And then you'll have your label, which we can all see in the broadcast is up in the right-hand corner. You have your logo on there, but it will not take away from them being able to see that entire beautiful piece.
Thank you.
It's like sculpture or something. Oh man, I'm excited for you. Very excited for you.
I get in. That's my zone. I get in that kitchen and I have my music playing, and I'm lost.
Well, you told me you're like a baker. You're baking. I mean, people that bake, what do? They make beautiful cakes.
Exactly.
And you're making beautiful soap cakes.
Thank you so much.
Really, really, really. All right, let's show everybody how it looks because we got this beautiful video that's going to really shock everybody. So I'm going to play that real quick.
Okay.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
Where did you get this soap from? The lather is crazy. I can't even see.
That's that Naturalessence 2021, baby.
That's that what?
Naturalessence 2021.
Oh my God, it smells wonderful, man. Dang. Oh, we definitely gonna be using this from now on. Naturalessence 2021, here we go.
Not just good for your body, but good for your hair.
Cool.
And that was this soap that he used.
Look how pretty that is.
All that in his hair was that. And all that hair he has, this soap made all that lather.
Tashonda, you got a hit, girl.
Thank you.
I'm going to be reading about you on Shark Tank. I'm telling you. I'm going to be reading about you on Shark Tank. And I beg you to apply to go to Shark Tank. I beg you. Okay. You got something great. You really do. You really, really do. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I didn't see that until the live show. I'm glad, because if I saw it before, I wouldn't have been as excited as I am now live as I would have been seeing it on the pre-show. You know, this is authentic. I'm excited for you. Wonderful, wonderful. Now,
Yes.
for those people who are watching the show, tell us how if they, before you go ballistically, a million people, tell us how us everyday average people are going to be able to get your product.
Okay, you can go to Naturalessence2021.square.site. You order from that website and I will ship them out to you next day.
Sounds good. Sounds really, really good. Now, this is I told you I was a SCORE chairperson for years. And so I'm going to go into my SCORE mode. Everything is, I don't know if it's a patent but you're protected with your name and your product. Have you done all of those legal things to make sure that you're protected?
Yes, no one can take this name. It's mine.
Okay, what about your ingredients? Because I know you have to put the ingredients on the package.
Yes, I do. It's on the back.
So have you talked to an attorney to make sure that you're not giving away too much on the packaging? Because there's copycatters out there.
Oh yeah, but my ingredients, honestly, it's like I said, it's organic coconut oil, distilled water, and lye. Those are the main 3 ingredients that will not change. Anything additional is if it has carrots in it, or if it has avocado in it, or if it has like a lavender flower or calendula.
Don't tell too much. We don't want to tell too much. We want you to stay unique. We don't want some crazy copycatter trying to come and do what you do. But I'm excited. I really am so excited for you. I think that not only are you and your family the look of your product, because I didn't meet your son, but you all definitely have the look of that. That product and you guys match. It's like a matchbook. It all is together, and that's just a wonderful, wonderful combination. So I wish you much, much success in it. I want you to keep in touch and let me know, how you guys are doing. I want to see the packaging when you actually order it. I want you to hurry up and get rid of them brown, blue boxes or whatever color they was.
Green.
I would encourage you to, I don't know, use them as giveaways and get them in that clear box as soon as possible. And then maybe they could get, like the chips or whatever in that other box. But definitely take advantage of getting that clear stuff out there, because it's just amazing. I don't know if you're on Etsy, but some of those websites where people can order from, in bulk, or maybe Amazon or wherever. But I know once you get where you're, when you get that packaging straight, I think you're going to do really, really well. It's just amazing the look that those soaps have, and they actually help people. It's something when you have a product that helps a person, opposed to, well, here's cupcakes, which we all know sugar's bad, but we all love to eat cupcakes.
Right.
You got that cupcake look, and it's helping people's skin.
Thank you. Because I had to do something, because I had to do something to excite it, because people, that's kind of like having a child eat their vegetables. It's good for them, but they don't want to eat it.
Correct.
So I had to make the soaps look exciting, but it's helping, because like I said, a lot of the irritations are what is in a lot of the soaps now. You don't need 20 ingredients. So like I said, organic coconut oil, distilled water, and lye. That's it. And anything extra, trust me, it's organic and it's natural. And so I had to kind of make it look exciting for people to try it. And once they try it, they come back. So that was the reason why I do what I do.
Now, do you make smaller bars as samples? How's that work?
I do have one. I do have like the little sample ones.
That's good. That's good.
I have a sample one, but it's in the other room. But
Okay.
it's actually one of the this one that it's not necessarily a sample one, but it's like this one. It's like a
Mhm.
mold, but like a flower. But
Oh, okay. So you make shapes too. That's wonderful.
this is
Yeah.
my smaller one. So just like how this mold is I don't know if you
Mhm.
see, it's like a dragonfly and the flower on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
The ones that like for Christmas I made a gingerbread man. Um,
Wow.
and it smelled like gingerbread.
Mhm.
But it was made again with organic coconut oil and coconut butter. But it's still good for you. It's all
And do
still
you sell combo packs?
actually we have a King's collection that we have, which you'll see also on my website because we made a collection for the men called the King's collection because the men rarely have anything just for them. So I just wanted to honor the men and call it the King's Collection. So they have their own selection for my soaps, which is also on my website. This five five fragrances for the men.
Oh,
And actually,
great.
I
'Cause,
have some
yeah,
women
that's
that
really good.
order from there. So women actually order from there also. But it's and I'm working on my Queen's collection this spring. So, but I wanted to have, the Kings to have just something just for me
Just
to
for them. Yeah.
honor to the men out there. Hmm.
That's a great idea. Because usually cosmetics, I mean, they have cologne, but it's not too many other kind of things that are made just for men. So
Right.
that was definitely a good direction to go in because they like this. They have issues with their skin as well. So
Exactly.
why not be able to correct that as well? That's great,
Smells
and
great.
that's how you started for a male.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it
Exactly.
only comes full circle. That's wonderful. So, Shonda, I am so glad to have had you on our show and to display your products. And I'm going to be looking forward to the book
Yeah,
um, of not only good information, but how these products work with any kind of skin disorders that you have. And you don't know where that can go because if they figure it out for their skin, they may figure it out for their health issues as well. So, I mean, I know sometimes there are products that not only because they are so natural, they can be ingested and they may cure this, that, and the other. Matter of fact, the we talked a little bit about the black seed oil and we talked a little bit about the turmeric and all of that. And some of these natural ingredients help you with all kinds of issues, colds and sore throats and all that kind of stuff. And if you're washing your body with it, it's getting into your pores and it's helping you, rejuvenate and stay healthy. So you
exactly.
have a wonderful product, and I'm so happy that you decided to do our show. And anything that we could do to help you in the future, we will be glad to do. And definitely want to invite you back to show us, your new packaging and eventually your book and any other venture that you go into. We wish you much success. Any closing comments that you would like to make?
Um, Closing comments is we're here to help. We're here to help no matter how old, no matter how young, no matter what color. And if there is a soap on my site that does not fit your issue, let me know, and I will work on it. We'll work together. Help me, help you.
That's wonderful.
And
Wonderful message.
my slogan is it's a soap that not only cleans, it also heals.
Wonderful. And they could go to your website and there's a contact page where they can say, okay, I got this problem with my skin. Can you
Mhm.
help me?
Exactly, exactly. Or if you want to,
Don't know nobody else is doing that.
no,
Don't
no.
know nobody else.
I had a coworker. She had a certain issue, and I went right into research mode. And I had created a soap to help her. So if it's not on my site, let me know. Um, and I do my best. Do my best to help resolve that issue.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. Great, 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 great. Again, I want to thank you. I think this was a great show. I really appreciate your time. And just the insight on how this all got started and how you are helping people across the country and world eventually. And I look forward to seeing you in big places. I really do. I really do. I'm going to talk it into existence because I feel that strong about it, because it's just, when you're helping somebody else, good begets good. So that's all I can say.
That's why we're here.
Thank you so much. Again, Naturalessence2021.square.site. You guys check her out. Not only is the product great, the pricing is great as well. You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. So I appreciate it. And that concludes our show. And I can't thank you enough, Tashonda. I really can't.
And I can't thank you, Trina. I really appreciate the chance that you're giving me to express my product. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Very much.
All right, my listening audience. You heard it first on TByrd Live eShow, and make sure you go to Naturalessence2021.square.site if you have anyone in your family that has a skin issue on any level, no matter what kind of skin it is, no matter what nationality, even from Tashonda Bryant herself. She said if it's not on her site, she will work closely with you to create something to help you. You can't go wrong. So definitely go to her website and check things out and see, can you get the solution to your problem? And we will see you next week on TByrd eShow Live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.